Number 10. Harley-Davidson AMF Models, 1970s. Harley-Davidson's AMF era in the 1970s remains one of the most notorious chapters in American motorcycle history. Known for its iconic look and legendary heritage, Harley-Davidson's reputation took a hit when AMF, a manufacturing conglomerate, took ownership. AMF's focus on mass production and cost-cutting led to severe quality issues. Riders reported frequent oil leaks, faulty electrical systems, and parts that seemed to fall apart quickly. Instead of the legendary reliability Harley fans were used to, AMF models became known for frequent breakdowns and excessive vibration. These models, stamped with the AMF logo, are now known as some of the worst in Harley-Davidson's lineup, sparking years of frustration among loyalists. Even today, many Harley enthusiasts look back on this era as a low point in the brand's history, showing that even the most iconic brands aren't immune to a rough patch. Number 9. Honda CX500, 1978. Honda's CX500 launched with high expectations due to its unique transverse V-twin engine and liquid cooling, features meant to set it apart in the market. But the 1978 model became infamous for mechanical issues that left riders disappointed. Early CX500s suffered from faulty cam chain tensioners and weak stators, components that led to frequent breakdowns and expensive repairs. The engine's water pump and cooling system often leaked, leading to overheating, a nightmare for long-distance riders or those looking for reliable commuter bikes. The CX500's bulky, unappealing design also struggled to capture attention. Although Honda addressed some of these issues in later models, the original CX500 is still remembered as a flop in Honda's otherwise strong lineup, a rare miss for a brand known for dependability. Number 8. Yamaha TX750, 1973. The Yamaha TX750 seemed like a promising addition to Yamaha's lineup, with a twin-cylinder engine and counterbalance technology designed to reduce vibrations. Unfortunately, this groundbreaking tech backfired. The TX750's engine tended to overheat, leading to what owners described as oil foaming, a condition where the oil breaks down and fails to lubricate the engine properly. The result? Premature engine wear and frequent breakdowns, with engines often failing under prolonged use. The TX750's engine was also prone to cracking, and parts would wear out quickly, turning what should have been a smooth, reliable ride into a mechanical headache. Yamaha attempted to resolve these issues, but the damage to the TX750's reputation was done, and it was soon discontinued. This bike is now remembered as an unfortunate attempt at innovation gone wrong. Number 7. Suzuki Re5, 1974 to 1976. The Suzuki Re5 is known in motorcycle history for its unique Wankel rotary engine, a concept that promised smooth power delivery and a futuristic edge. In reality, the Re5 became an expensive, complex, and ultimately impractical experiment. The rotary engine's complexity led to overheating issues, poor fuel economy, and a finicky throttle response that made it unpredictable and difficult to handle, especially for new riders. The Re5's styling, which included an unusual cylindrical gauge cluster, was another divisive feature, leaving it with a niche fan base rather than mass appeal. Compounding the problem, the rotary engine was difficult to service, leaving owners and mechanics alike frustrated with its reliability. While the Re5 holds a place in history as one of the most unique motorcycles, it's also one of the biggest commercial failures due to its impractical design and unreliable performance. Number 6. Ducati GT, 1974. The Ducati 860 GT was designed specifically with American tastes in mind, aiming for a bold look and cruiser-like comfort. However, the bike's angular, blocky design was criticized for being awkward and unattractive, especially compared to Ducati's traditionally sleek Italian styling. Beyond aesthetics, the 860 GT suffered from unreliable braking, faulty electrical components, and an ignition system prone to failure. Handling was rough, and the bike's performance didn't live up to Ducati's reputation for quality. Despite Ducati's efforts to win over the US market, the 860 GT failed to resonate with riders who expected the brand's signature blend of high performance and reliability. Instead, this model became a low point in Ducati's lineup, ultimately tarnishing its image among American riders and leaving it labeled as one of Ducati's worst. Number 5. Harley-Davidson Street 500 and 750 models, 2015 to 2020. Harley-Davidson Street 500 and 750 series were intended to attract a younger, urban audience with their affordable price points and compact design. However, both models were met with criticism over build quality and lackluster performance. Issues with underwhelming brakes, suspension that didn't handle well on rough roads, and an engine prone to stalling at low speeds led to widespread disappointment. The bikes also lacked the classic Harley feel that fans of the brand expect, leaving them with an identity crisis that failed to capture new riders or please existing Harley fans. Many riders felt the Street series didn't represent the Harley-Davidson legacy, and quality complaints further damaged its reputation. The Street 500 and 750 are often seen as Harley's unsuccessful attempt at modernizing its lineup, eventually leading to their discontinuation. Number 4. Norton Commando 750, early 1970s. The Norton Commando 750 is admired by vintage bike enthusiasts for its style and heritage, but early 1970s models that made their way to the US were notoriously unreliable. Oil leaks, frequent electrical failures, and frame instability made the Commando 750 difficult to maintain and keep on the road. The bike's power output often overwhelmed its frame, causing severe vibrations and handling issues. Many riders found themselves constantly repairing or replacing parts just to keep it functional. Despite Norton's reputation as a classic British brand, the Commando 750's issues left many US riders disappointed. Its poor reliability turned off potential buyers, cementing the early Commando models as classic but problematic bikes that require constant maintenance. Number 3. Kawasaki Z1900, 1972. The Kawasaki Z1900, while eventually beloved for its groundbreaking power and high-performance reputation, initially struggled with reliability issues in its early models. Weak cam chain tensioners and excessive vibration caused parts to wear out quickly, frustrating riders who expected durability from such a powerful machine. The Z1900 also had carburetor issues, which resulted in inconsistent performance and frequent oil leaks that required regular maintenance. Kawasaki eventually fixed these issues in later iterations, but the early Z1900 models tarnished its initial reputation, showing that even high-performance bikes need reliable engineering to succeed. Number 2. Honda CB125T, 1982. The Honda CB125T was intended to be an economical, entry-level bike, but it quickly became known as an underpowered and unreliable model. Its twin-cylinder engine was prone to overheating, especially during warm weather rides, leading to premature wear and frequent stalling. The bike's carburetors were notoriously difficult to tune, resulting in rough idling and inconsistent performance. Build quality was another concern, with cheaply made components that wore out quickly. While Honda is known for its reliability, the CB125T is an exception, remembered as a low point in the company's lineup, and a reminder that affordable doesn't always mean dependable. Number 1. Honda CB750A, Honda-Matic, 1976 to 1978. The Honda CB750A, or Honda-Matic, was Honda's ambitious attempt to introduce an automatic motorcycle to the US market, aimed at making riding more accessible. Instead, it became one of Honda's least loved models. The two-speed semi-automatic transmission frustrated riders who were used to manual control, as it limited the bike's acceleration and made it sluggish. Performance was disappointing, and the Honda-Matic's complexity made it more challenging to service than Honda's manual models. While the original CB750 is regarded as a game-changing motorcycle, the CB750A's poor sales and lukewarm reception led to its quick discontinuation, marking it as a rare misstep in Honda's lineup and an experiment that ultimately failed.